So good morning, everybody, and good morning, Elisa. How are you in Brazil?
Good morning. Yeah, thank you. Here in Brazil today, it's a cold day, colder day than the others. And yeah, and trying to be positive every day.
For people who are just tuning in, this is a little show about how to grow an international real estate business with zero capital expenditure, zero liability, no marketing experience, no business degree, how to grow beyond the walls of your house, your city, your country, and really just by making phone calls and introducing people to a business model how they can grow, right? And we're just gonna some days we're gonna be inspirational, some days we're gonna chit chat, and some days we're gonna be like, hey, how do you actually make that phone call? What am I inviting them to? What is this business model you're talking about? Could I do this if I'm a real estate agent? Can I do this if I'm not a real estate agent? That's the nuts and bolts. So, Elisa, today you're in Brazil. I'm in Denver, Colorado, in the United States. You're in Brazil.
Yeah.
So, this is already an international business. You're reaching beyond the borders. But when we're talking, and people can always go to globalexplained.com, and I'll put that in the ticker to learn more about what we're talking about. But how are you going to reach out today? Who are you talking to? What phone calls are you making to grow an international business?
Yeah, that's amazing question because just this week I sent you, I put you in a loop of a connection that happens because my mother-in-law, I was talking with my mother-in-law, explaining to her, almost 80 years old woman, what I've been doing, what is the EXP about, how the global company can connect people all over the world. And she told me, oh, I have a friend of mine. She's still working. She's actually a very active person. She works in the real estate market in Florida. And I think that would be great if you talk to her and explain to her everything that you've been doing. And then I was like 3 or 4 days after talked to this amazing lady. Has a very senior journey in the real estate market. She has incredible worldwide connection in Paris, in Europe, of course, in Brazil, and now she's living in Florida. And I was talking to her how the possibilities we have in EXP, and then yeah, then we are all chatting together about possibilities, and this is how the things works, because this is something that I want to share also with you, Rick. I know that you have many women in your audience, and for us women it's not so natural to talk about our work business and our career in a WhatsApp group or in a chat or whatever Facebook group. Even when we are used to go for to happy hours and to meet each one personally before this, connections, virtual connections, this is not so easy for us to talk about our career, our companies, about money, about, oh no, I made now a negotiation that I won X money about. So this is not natural for us. And when you talk about what you are doing or about what you are looking for, the the interesting thing is that Rumi has a quote that says, "What you seek is seeking you." So when you start talking about what you seek, then you're gonna start to understand that what you seek is seeking you, because you need to also to evoke that. And what happened most of the time that for us women is not so easy to evoke this. Like you keep this as a secret or as something that we are not so natural to talk about, and we need to learn how to break this barriers and start to create natural connections through what you do, where you work, and what you want.
That's great insight. I learn so much from you every time I talk to you on the phone, and the psychology behind what we're doing is very, very important.
Yeah, yeah,
So, on a practical level, you sent an email to me, and you CC'd your friend in Florida, and you said, "Hey, talk to Rick because he knows how the U.S. model works." And we can do that for any country. So if someone's in Italy or Colombia, South Africa, Australia, Portugal, Hong Kong, we can do the same thing. Even if
actually,
we're
we
not
did in
there.
French. We did in French. We did this in French with another friend of mine that we did this connection. So this is not about something that, oh, I need to connect Rick with someone that I'm sure that it's gonna work. No, I imagine that could work, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't work. But maybe this person that Rick is connecting with uh, can connect with another person, and this is all the chain and the connection that we are creating. So it's keeping the flow, it's creating. That's it.
So how can I help you? Like just practically, how can I help you with your Florida connection? Because you sent an email, I
Yeah,
responded back and said, "Here's a website you can check out for more information, some videos. I'd love to talk to you personally about, moving your real estate license over to our firm and what that would look like and how you can grow a business.
yeah,
What's the next step for me to help you with that connection?"
yeah. I need to hear back from her about if she could have time enough to reach out the links and the all the informations. But the main idea is to understand that is like particular things that happens to US EXP model, and it's other particular things that happens in EXP globally and in each country that EXP is operating, because this is a huge and global company with more than 52,000 agents all over the world and more than 12 countries. And we know that each country has the country particularities, and here from Brazil we have our own. So when a company in US want to be part of this amazing connection, for you that lives the US realities, it's natural to explain how the things work in US. And for me and to me, also creating this opportunity to open Brazilian markets, because we still have a very grown real estate market besides the pandemic and besides everything that is happening with our economy, that is unfortunately a very sad moment for our economy, politics, and everything that is happening now in Brazil. If you heard the news, unfortunately, we don't have like so great news about our politics, economy, and pandemic numbers. And besides that, the real estate market is still increasing, and because of that, these connections and the understanding that where the market has opportunities, where it's more like increasing connections that these opportunities can invest or can search for investments. And what is I think is more important when I create a connection as that this one is to offer this two different point of views at the same company that can attend a company that is based in US and can improve globally using the platform of EXP, connecting different countries all over the world.
And so when you're when you're building this, you started locally, right? You
Yeah,
you reached out to a couple of friends
yeah.
who were realtors or real estate agents, I guess. Do you have realtors down there, or is it just real estate agent? What are they called?
Real estate agents. Yeah.
Okay, so you reached out to some real estate agent friends and you said what? What you said, you need to check this out, send them a video, attend a
I,
webinar. How
I,
easy was that?
I talk about the technology came in through our market with no way back. the first thing that I say is that there's no way back, because also there is a Germany word called Zeitgeist that I really love this word. That means that we need to capture the spirit of the time, and the spirit of the time is to know what is happening in the moment. And what is happening here at the moment, besides everything that I already said, and looking for the increasing of our market, it is we having a very huge amount of money being invested in prop techs. You know, prop techs, there is that company that has technology in properties. So like Airbnb is a prop tech. And here in Brazil, we have a company called Loft, Loft, that is receiving amount of money. We do believe that it's a company they're preparing, maybe preparing for IPO. That what we speculate between the rumors in the market. And when you have like this almost 1 billion reais being invested in a prop tech company as this one, then we capture the zeitgeist, the spirit of the time, and say, hello, technology, there's no way back. You need to put technology in your company, in your way of working. And if you don't have technology in your chain, there's no way back. You're gonna die. And what EXP brings in one shot, in one one connection, it's all the most technological solutions that we have in the real estate market all over the world. So if you want to look for a solution regarding technology in the way that you work, this is EXP. So what I say is, if you want to talk about the new economy, and if you want to be part of this looking for investments field, and this is investors and the funds that are investing in the market, and the people that want to search for companies that has this vision of increasing, of being in the top of the market, you must have technology in what you've been doing. So that's when EXP comes like a glove and offer you all technology possible for you. So this is mostly my my pitch regarding the EXP here. Yeah,
That's fantastic. So one of the things I did, we have a comment. Somebody says, I'm homeless, literally have $0.25. If only the name of the video was true. Like, it's, I'm going to speak directly to you. If you're homeless, it's very hard to start a business, right? It really is.
Yeah.
Even if, sometimes you have to have a real estate license. You have to have, it was with $0 means that we're expanding. Like when I talk to somebody in South Africa, I am not spending any money to do that. Now I have to have the $85 a month to actually be a part of EXP. In the United States, it's different around the world. When I do have to have a real estate license and have that, right? So this is not an opportunity for someone who's homeless. And I do feel for you, brother. And I'm very sorry for the situation you're in. This is for people who, I guess we need to change the title, Mike, and I apologize for that. We really need to, this is for real estate agents. This is for people who, want to expand without any additional expense, right? So people who are real estate agents and who have a real estate license, they might be used to spending money on postcards, or they might be thinking, I have to buy a sign, or I have to do something else. This part of the business, I guess that is specifically what we're talking about, to Mike's comment here. What we're talking about is this part of a business. You can grow your real estate business internationally without any additional expense, right? So when I reached out to Elisa the first time, it was via a Zoom call, which cost me $0.
Yeah.
And then I put her on the phone with Michael Valdez, president, the head of global operations, and Megan Kelly, the director of global operations. That call cost me $0. And when Elisa signed up in Brazil, and when she said, hey, I want to make real estate I want to make EXP my home for my real estate license, that cost me $0, right? And now when Elisa is growing her business in Brazil and calling people in France, calling people in Florida, that costs me $0, right? So in that way, this is true for the title. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that feedback, Mike. So it is the expansion of a business costs $0, right? And so and we'll try to wrap up because we told people we would keep these segments to 15 minutes. But when EJ, who's a realtor in Denver, calls me up and he says, hey, I just had a great conversation with this woman that I know. She's a fantastic realtor. She was just on House Hunters on HGTV. I love her accent because she's from South Africa. Now she lives here in Denver. So I immediately told EJ, hey, I want to meet your friend who's from South Africa. That cost me $0. When I talk to her, I'm going to say, do you still have connections, family, friends, relatives, real estate agents that you know in South Africa? That costs me $0. I'm going to send emails to those people, try to connect on WhatsApp with those people, and that's going to cost me $0. And when I put them on the phone with someone in South Africa, when I send them a webinar, send them a video in South Africa, that costs me $0, right? And so the presentation on that whole network chain literally costs $0, no capital investment. Yeah. Now, when that agent in South Africa says, this is a great business model, I'm going to be able to serve people at a higher level, I'm going to make more profit, I'm going to feed my family, I'm going to help other people feed their family, I want to move my real estate license to EXP, that costs me $0. And when they sign up, it costs me $0, right? And when they start making calls around the globe, that costs $0. So it is true, but I did need to clarify that. And I appreciate the feedback. So folks, we're going to wrap it up for today. I really do appreciate your time today, Elisa.
Thank you.
For your friend in France, for your friend in Florida, please let me know any way that I can help. That costs you $0. And we're going to stay true to the theme of the show, which is the expansion of your real estate business can grow, can multiply. You can start getting residual income from around the globe. If you have a real estate license and you want to expand around the globe, just connect with us via the phone numbers below, the WhatsApp numbers below. Feedback on our comments. And Elisa, we're going to do this twice a week, folks. I look forward to our next show.
Yeah, see you next week.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.